Hi everyone, welcome back to JoanneTechLover. I'm Joanne, and I've collected more Computex 2016 footage for you guys. This video will cover MSI, Thermaltake, Asus, and Cooler Master. Let's start with MSI. I adored the LEGO Red Dragon this year. I think it was a stuffed dragon last year. The first thing I came across was their VR backpack. You'll notice that there aren't any trailing cables around the backpack, which makes it safe to walk about. The PC is built into the backpack along with a huge battery that equates to 3 GT80 batteries. You should be able to get around 90 minutes of use with each charge. As to system specs, it's like putting the Vortex inside the backpack. You can install up to 2 980s in the backpack. For cooling, there are fans located on both sides where the vents are. The backpack PC is paired with a Vive headset for portable VR goodness. At the top of the backpack is an HDMI port, 2 USB 3.0 ports, 2 USB 3.1 ports, and audio jacks. Plug the HDMI and USB into the top ports for the headset and then the power connector. Slip the backpack on and then the VR headset and you should be good to go. Moving along, I really like the look of the Z170A MPower Gaming Titanium motherboard. I was told that this is the first USB 3.1 Gen 1 front port. There's also a U.2 port on board. The M.2 connector has steel armor on it, which is new to me. This board is capable of dual M.2. You can use M.2 Genie to rate 0 the M.2 drives for a speed boost. Here's a USB 3.1 Gen 2 port on the rear I/O. I really like the look of the steel armor on the back of the motherboard. I took a look at the GTX 1080 Gaming Z 8GB graphics card. It sports a plastic open shroud that mimics metal, and you get two 100mm Torx 2.0 fans. The fan blades are thicker and curvier to push more air. This card uses the Twin Frozer 6 thermal design. The heat pipe design is square, so it has more volume for heat dissipation. Of course, the logo utilizes RGB LEDs. The red strips also light up. There's a metal backplate and you get RGB LEDs in this area. It takes a 6-pin connector and 8-pin to power the card. On the rear is a DVI-D port, 3 display ports, and 1 HDMI port. You also get extreme overclocking with the Gaming Z. It looks like the Gaming X only has high OC and no RGB LED on the backplate. Compared to the reference 1080 card, the Gaming X runs 20% cooler and 35% more quiet. Next up is Thermaltake. Once again, I saw some awesome liquid-cooled systems at their booth. Their fan wall really caught my attention. These are smart Riing fans. They're controlled by the Riing RGB software. The software can control up to 48 fans. Wow, do you even fan? You'll need 16 controllers because one controller handles 3 fans. Here's a demo on how to color shift the fans. Once you click save, you'll see the colors wave across the fans in this setup. There are different modes of lighting as well. This particular bobbing of colors reminds me of Bubble Bobble. Remember that game? It was both fun and frustrating at the same time. Here's a cool case, the Core G3. This is a slim chassis that can fit a standard ATX motherboard. That's lovely news. There's plenty of ventilation for cooling at the front, 2 USB 3.0 ports and 2 USB 2.0 ports. And you can install a 240mm radiator at the front of the case. Right now, this case holds a Titan card. Nice. Thermaltake claims that they have the first RGB power supplies on the market at the moment. The Tough Power DPS gRGB PSUs go up to 1250 watts, and this one is rated 80 plus titanium. That's fancy pants! They've also got the 80 plus gold line of RGB PSUs. Here's what Asus had to offer. I love me some keyboard, and the ROG Claymore had something special going on. The Claymore has a dedicated volume wheel, and you press the wheel for the mute function. Here's what's cool. You can remove the numpad and place it on the other side of the keyboard. This makes for easy packing and lefties can smile about that. You can also sync up the keyboard LEDs with an Asus motherboard and the ROG Spatha Mouse. Right now the Claymore has cherry reds, but it'll also be available in MX blue, black, and brown. Press the function and plus-minus keys to increase or decrease the fan speed of all the fans connected to the Asus motherboard. The ROG Spatha Mouse allows for both wired and wireless play, which is great depending on what you need. There's a total of 12 programmable buttons on the Spatha. The side buttons cluster looks very alien, like a spawn about to pop out. Here's an interesting feature. Remove the screws on the bottom of the mouse in order to take off the top cover so you can swap the left and right micro switches. I checked out the Asus Strix GTX 1080 graphics card as well. Look at that cool case. It comes with Aura RGB lighting and modular shroud. In addition to color change, Aura also comes with 6 lighting effects. The shroud can be swapped out for 3D printable parts, so you can do it your own way. You get a triple fan setup with wing blade fans for more airflow and improved static pressure, while maintaining quiet operation. For effective cooling, this card features direct GPU contact heat pipes. This card features 2 4-pin GPU-controlled headers that can be connected to system fans for targeted cooling. The rear of the card has a DVI port, 2 display ports, and 2 HDMI ports. It's useful to have dual HDMI so you can connect a VR device to one and your monitor to another. I saw some cool stuff at the Cooler Master booth, like the parachute. They strap you into this parachute contraption and hoist you into the air. It wasn't super scary or anything, but it was cool, and I'd like to see it developed further. I was told to pull on the 2 elastic bands to maneuver myself after the jump. One complaint, It could be more comfortable, but it's definitely a nifty idea. I also saw a cool robot from Team Rembrandts for the first robotics competition at the booth. This is the flywheel that rotates really fast, and where the ball gets launched from. The robot is being controlled by a handheld controller. That wraps up my event coverage at Computex 2016 on More Tech. If you like what you saw and you want to see more like it, be sure to hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons, as well as follow me on social media. JoanneTechLover Facebook, JoanneTechLover again on Twitter, and JoanneTechLover once more on Instagram. Also, be sure to follow me on my other YouTube channels, JTL Lifestyle, JTL Cuteness Overload, and JTL Love Life and Advice. I guess it's bye for now, and see you later!